Hello, everyone. I'm Gabriel, the Chief Customer Officer with Safekeep. I live in New York City, but I am from about 2 hours down the road in Fairfield, Iowa, so it's good to be here on home turf. I hope I won't offend anybody by saying go Hawks. We are a let's just move past that. Safekeep is a subrogation machine learning platform. We ingest claims files and we drive profitability for carriers. We take pride in the fact that we are a team of subrogation professionals. We serve recovery professionals. We have a number of individuals with decades of experience at leading carriers. We've also got some pretty fine technology and data science folks. Jeff Toe, our CEO and founder, is the former global head of insurance at Salesforce. So what is subrogation? Can I have a show of hands, please, on who's very familiar with subrogation? Okay, pretty good amount in the room. Subrogation is the process by which third-party liability is identified and pursued in insurance claims. So, for example, when a car accident happens and a claim has been paid on that car wreck, subrogation begins when your carrier determines who is at fault, and if the other driver is ultimately liable, then your carrier would generate a demand package, send that to the adverse carrier in order to be recouped on the losses that they paid out to you on that claim. That's a simple subrogation and recovery example for auto, personal lines, but of course, subrogation and recovery extends to all of commercial lines as well as personal lines across property, workers' comp, general liability, surplus and specialty, health insurance, you name it, we're across the board. There's a lot of challenges with subrogation. It's costly, time and labor intensive. Carriers are very constrained as towards the resources they can devote towards subrogation and pursuing recoveries on subrogation. It takes a lot of expertise and human expertise to manually review claims files, identify the subrogable opportunities, who's ultimately liable, and then generate that demand package to the adverse carrier. So carriers are leaving a lot of money on the table in terms of unrecovered potential. That's negatively impacting loss ratios, premiums for your customers, and of course your bottom line. It's a known fact, industry benchmark, that up to 20% of all total paid losses could ultimately be recovered, yet many carriers are only recovering a fraction of that. How can Safekeep help? We leverage proprietary machine learning models that are specific for insurance claims, natural language processing that is semantic search capable, not just keyword search capable, a patented solution in entity resolution, which resolves for the imperfect and complex ways in which human beings enter all of that data into your spreadsheets or whatever data source you've got, as well as rules-based automation. So we partner with the leading legal entities in subrogation globally. We automate and contextualize over 4,000 statutory rules. We incorporate those into our decision engine. What we do then is we scan all claims files across any line of business, personal or auto lines. We scan claims files at any point in the claims journey, be it at first notice of loss, throughout the claims life cycle, or even after a book of claims has been closed for years. We can pursue the missed opportunities for recovery potential. What we do then is we run our machine learning models and all of our technology, and we identify the true extent of subrogable opportunity and recovery potential. We are a one-stop shop for subrogation and recovery. We automate the entire process from beginning to end, and we're a universal adapter. We are pre-integrated with Guidewire, Duck Creek, Snapsheet, any number of other claims admin systems, or your homegrown system. We take data in batch, structured or unstructured, and then we digitize the entire engagement and workflow, including the automation of that generation of the demand package. So not only do we increase recoveries, we decrease the time and effort on your side, lowering your costs to pursue those recoveries. Here's where this is netting out for our customers, and this is for actual customers. We know at the end of the day that the numbers that matter are what we can do with a carrier's data, but for our previous customers, we've been able to increase the identification of subrogable opportunities by over 35%. That translates into an over 20% increase in dollar net recoveries, and that's net because the claims have already been paid out, so that's straight to the bottom line. to kind of bring it to life for a large carrier, that translated into about $10 million a year in additional profit to their bottom line. So that's just found money. We measure success in terms of increasing profitability and also decreasing cost and human effort for carriers. So for example, before using Safekeep, a carrier was looking at an average of 26 claims files, manually reviewing them to arrive at one true positive. We eliminate the false positives and the false negatives. After Safekeep, they're looking at an average of 2 files to arrive at one true positive. So we're continuously getting better. With every claim file we look at, our models are getting better, and our models are specifically designed with single tenancy to look at your data specifically. When we look at your data doesn't mix with any other carrier's data ever. Our models improve, and because of the success we've had and because of the subrogation professionals that we've hired, we've also built a services team. So for carriers that prefer it, not only do we enable them to pursue recoveries, we can actually pursue recoveries on their behalf. This lets us charge on a contingency-only basis. There is no upfront cost or investment. We look at claims files, we pursue recoveries, we send you back checks. If we don't recover, we don't get paid. Pretty simple. We're proud of our traction so far. We're working with top-tier global commercial lines carriers like Zurich, with InsurTechs like Root and Branch, with specialty underwriters like Amalgamated, with many, many more carriers. It says 8 carrier design partners on the page. That's supposed to be 18. Please judge us on our product, not on our PowerPoint. But we have had a lot of successful traction with global top 10 commercial lines carriers, with top 10 US P&C carriers, with lots of mid-market, regional, and super regional carriers, and then with lots of InsurTech, specialty underwriters, self-insureds, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you so much for being here. We are delighted to be in Des Moines. I personally look forward to meeting as many of you as possible. We're interested in speaking to investors, brokers, MGUs, and carriers that want to understand more about how we're able to increase dollar net recoveries by over 20%. Please find us at safekeep.com. I am Gabriel at safekeep.com. Thank you.